This is Kelly from Visual Plan. We're going to do a quick demonstration of SiteView showing 360 digital twins and comparisons. So we have a capture that was taken on April the 3rd. We can change this to the capture calendar or capture list. So we can see that there are 4 different points in time where this room or space was captured. You'll notice a 2D CAD, which as we zoom out is over a GIS mapping interface. As we kind of toggle this, we have some different positions in which way we can zoom in and look at that information. And we can toggle that from satellite view to map view, whichever is most convenient for us. You'll also notice at the bottom here the floor plans. So if we have multiple CAD 2D layouts, electrical, plumbing, etc., we can toggle between those and look at the imagery compared to the 2D CAD, which is very, very helpful. So I'm going to just zoom in here and I'm going to start to bring in some more different capture dates so that we can compare those. So up at the top, we can capture 2, 3, or 4 different panes at one point in time, and also compare that with the satellite and the Capture 2D app. And then from here, we're going to, as I mentioned, either the calendar view or the list view, change the capture dates so that we can compare different dates. So I'm just going to quickly go through here and I'm going to pick 3 random dates. And then I'm also going to bring in a BIM so we can see this compared to a BIM as well. Okay, so now we have 3 different capture dates, and I'm going to bring in a BIM, and you know we have actually 4 different BIM models here. I'm going to use the final sign off, and we can take a look at what this looks like. So we can even notice there's a structure wall here, which is not existing in some of these other spaces. And we can navigate in kind of a live sync between these captures, and that's extremely helpful for inspecting issues, whether in the building design or even in a kind of a job safety or other types of applications, risk assessment, etc. So as we kind of see the structure here, we can also interact with the BIM in a little bit more meaningful way. So I'm going to kind of knock down these 2 and just have it down to 2. And what I'm going to show is some augmented reality where we're taking elements or objects from the BIM. And you'll notice you can't pan sideways here, but you can pan as you kind of move on the image side. And I'm just going to grab a bunch of these objects and I'm going to want to display those into this space. So right now there is no ducting. So basically I'm going to show where the ducting would be located and what that's going to look like. As we put in drop ceilings and other elements into that space. So that's kind of what it looks like compared to the design, and I can add any other additional pieces I want to show here as well, pretty straightforward. So as that generates, that's something we can walk around and inspect and see if it does not match up with sprinkler systems, so doing a little bit of that inspection to see how that's going to lay out or if there's any design issues that are not being met right at this point. So from here, you can also go into the BIM and we have a lot more control on any of the file formats. So we can bring in IFC, a Navisworks file, a raw Revit file, or SketchUp file. And then you can turn on and off layers and have some controls here so we can look into there. You can also measure off the BIM. So again, a little bit need to toggle here, and then you can go in here and whether it's a measurement or you're taking an angle or something of that nature, you can use the vectors of the BIM. And this is obviously going to be a more accurate way to measure off the design file than off of the as-built. But we can also measure in this environment if the measurement tool has been activated. In this case, we have deactivated measurement for whatever purpose. We're just not using it in this view. You can then change levels or floors of the facility, and it will update all 4 quadrants if you're looking at all 4, and the BIM as well at the same time, and kind of that's what that looks like.